Welcome again to another episode from Elite Legion. So this video we have 10 tips for your Hashashins to get better gameplays with them. So tip number 1 is actually the smoke. Finally, the last node in the last Vitrancy line works. You might be asking, is the smoke really that important? And the answer is absolutely yes. Focus with this one. In the smoke, enemy units cannot target your Hashashins for 4 whole seconds. Using smoke is one of the few ways that you can counter very strong units like Berserkers, Maidens or even Reapers, as you can see in this clip of mine. Of course, you need to dodge their attacks or charges, but at least smoke gives you a fair chance against them. Tip 2. Their formation kinda matter, where F1 make them disperse and kind of focus many targets at once. Like, what do I mean by this? For example, you are charging a hero and beside him a set of longbows. If you are pressing the skill number 1 while your Hashashins are in F1 formation, they will split up, focusing, like some of them or maybe half of them will focus the longbows and the other half will focus the hero. On the other hand, if they were on F2 formation, you will find that they will probably focus one target. You will find like 6 of them or maybe 8 of them are focusing the hero, for example, and the other 2 went to the longbows. I'll admit that this is still having changes, so it needs further investigations, but for now, this tip might help you. Tip number 3. The bleeding of Eviscerate does not stack. However, the skill Eviscerate is not all about bleeding, it's about the 4-hit combo every single Hashashin makes. So personally, I would say that all the lines in their Vitrancy tree are good, like let's say good enough. But in good hands, I would say the top line and the bottom line will come in handy. The middle line is just like the straightforward Hashashins, like just get in, bleed them to death, get out if possible. So basically what I'm trying to say, if you're new to Hashashins, go for the middle line. If you understand how smoke works and you can micromanage your unit carefully, go for the bottom one. The only thing that will counter your Hashashins if you went to the bottom line in their Vitrancy tree, the smoke one, is heroes. Tip 4. Your Hashashin can counter literally any unit in this game, including Cav like Liao's. Now just let them charge, get in there. When you feel they are about to slam you, throw your smoke, then keep fighting them. With the second line and third line, you should be able to handle Cav. Tip number 5. You need a high tier speed doctrine on them, especially if you play from afar, like you just stand on the castle or the wall of the castle as a defender, of course, and then send your Hashashin to assassinate a certain hero or a certain unit outside. You will need speed in this situation. I mean, with speed doctrine, they can literally match cavalry in speed, which is awesome. I mean, cavalry will keep chasing your Hashashins and they might escape. Tip 6. Always do a mix of 1 and 2 unless you need to dodge. So basically, skill number 2 for damage and blobs, and the skill number 1 is to reposition yourself, probably most of the time behind your opponents. Or, and focus with this, to execute a quick smoke bomb if you are abusing the last line in their Vitrancy tree. Tip number 7. Simple patience. A lot of it. One mistake with this unit and it's mostly dead. So take your time learning and take your time to execute your plans. Tip number 8. Remember, they move like speeding cars. What do I mean by this? While using the skill number 1, try to make their way as direct as possible with no hard turns so they don't get stuck. Tip number 9. While equipping doctrines, avoid flat, slash, blunt, and pierce damage. because the unit deal all 3 types of damage. So you need a more versatile Doctrine build like siege damage and breakthrough to boost their damage. I'll give you a simple example. When you press Eviscerate, the skill number 2, they will stab, they will slash, and they will kick, which in other words means blunt damage your opponent. Tip number 10, remember that this unit is also very good versus heroes. So never hesitate to simply stun a hero, then press 2 and he is dead. And that was it. I hope this video was useful for you. Don't forget to leave a like, and remember, smoke is important for the Hashashins. See you soon in the battlefield, warlords.